Area agencies are working together to help people find housing, especially in cold weather months.
WKBN Community Affairs Director Dee Crawford continues her in-depth conversation with Catholic Charities on the problem.
Continuing the conversation with Nancy Voitus from Catholic Charities, affordable housing, condition of housing, issues of rent and high rent and unavailable assistance, specifically in this community, Nancy. Let's talk about the housing issue.
It just seems like right now, if you talk to a lot of the agencies that deal with this, you know, finding available, affordable housing for people based on their income and, you know, based on the needs. I know landlords have bills. They need to pay their bills too, but a lot of rents have gone up. Just finding places that are, you know, decent and affordable that people can get into. It just seems like we've had a shortage. It's been running. And this isn't just to our area. We're hearing this, you know, across the country from a lot of our colleagues. But the need for good housing is really still an issue. And then if you
are you seeing a high issue of absentee landlords who are no longer in the community and not actually personally involved with the property, just someone that's coming around and collecting the rent?
Well, we do see a lot of structures that are owned by people from out of state. Most of them that we deal with have somebody local, like a property manager or somebody that's kind of handling things locally. We won't rent anyone without doing an inspection. We have a HUD inspection that we do to go in, so somebody locally has to be able to work with us.
For those individual women and families that are on your waiting list, what's going to happen to them? Are they living with relatives, multiple living situations? Because I know the definition of homeless changed over the years. It could be a multiple living situation, and you don't have to necessarily be sleeping under the bridge to be homeless.
Exactly. That's exactly right, Dee. We have a lot of people are what we call unstably housed, so they don't meet HUD's definition, but they're bouncing around from different places, and they're probably staying somewhere where if their landlord found out they had somebody staying there, they could be in trouble. But people are bouncing around. We try to work with everybody, even when we talk to them and put them on our waiting list, to look for other options. Shelters that might be, even like in Warren, we work with, you know, sometimes diverting people to other places. If they can get into another shelter, we try to work with them on that. That's part of, you know, we started talking about the cold weather, and a lot of, we're trying to get a lot of us together, a lot of different agencies, to talk about what are some of the options as we get into cold weather. Is there some, you know, options that we can come up with, and hopefully in the next month we'll come up with, you know, some other alternatives for people so that we don't have these long waiting lists when they are, when it's really cold.
Or the reason I wanted to begin this conversation, we do not want to see on the news someone who was unable to find stable, warm housing during the cold winter months, and as a result of that, a life is lost.
Exactly. Yeah, that's always our fear, that something is going to happen. And our shelters, you know, we need resources. That's another thing as we move along.
It has not changed very much.
It has not changed a lot.
We're going to talk about needs and unmet needs. So we continue our conversation in depth, looking at what's going on in our community as we move into the cold winter months. I'm Dee Crawford, Community Affairs Director, WKBN.
Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay Watson. Thanks for watching the WKBN 27 First News YouTube channel. If you want more video news, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the WKBN 27 First News app for breaking news alerts.